All right, I've got this kids chair project. It's been in the rain, so this part is garbage. It's bent, whatever, and everything else is unfinished, ugly. So let's see if I can make a half decent looking something furniture to this chair. Let's hit it with some Palm Sander 150 grit to clean it up. So that's a little better. Some people just throw away stuff because they don't care or they don't know how to care for items. I'm not one of them. I'm also not complaining if there's a forest fire and we have no more wood left. I don't think it matters too much that the cost of hardware and wood here is less than $5 or €5 or just five anything. What's important is, do you know what to do with it besides throwing it away? Do you know how to care for items? And 10 minutes and sandpaper later, this is how everything looks like. Are the pieces beautiful? No, they're just 90% better. The oxidized layer of the wood is gone. And yeah, it makes me wonder, what is the net sum of life, either the life of a product or just life in general? Abandonment at the first sign of aesthetic displeasure or anything that one finds objectionable. I like putting the work in. Don't have sandpaper, don't leave it out in the rain. There was nothing wrong with it to begin with. It was left out in the rain and the wood oxidized, and then this one had a laminated plastic sheet on it that, yeah, this one got bent and the plastic sheet peeled off and tore up the finish, so it's gonna need a new seat. Yeah, completely avoidable, completely unnecessary fix if it was taken care of this much to begin with. So this destroyed and laminated seat is gonna be replaced by simply this. I'm gonna get a couple of coats of varnish that I started here, and the imperfections of in the wood and discoloration are not gonna matter too much once it's all varnished. Kids have dirty hands, whatever. It's gonna be kept clean with the varnish on it because the hard layer is easy to clean, or easier, whatever, than bare wood. I changed the design here. I'm adding 2 screws instead of the staples that used to be in here, and I also changed reversed the direction of this wood so that its camber is facing the back of the user, and that means that you can see where it used to be stapled. It's okay. Now this seat is not especially breathtakingly beautiful. It needs at least a second coating and it could be greatly improved upon so those brush marks are not there, but I'm considering this a temporary seat until I find something that's looking more decent. I also made a change here in the design of the corners here. So this is a round hole made with a spade bit, and then I filed the corners off instead of 2 straight cuts that would create a sharp corner there, because things in a sharp corner tend to crack, a stress fracture. That's also why airplane windows are all rounded at the corners. So the same idea gonna be when it's being bent, because there will be stress on it. It's gonna be cracking less. So that's the drill bit that I used for the corners, and I think you'd agree that they turned out to be quite tolerable, all 4 of them. So let's put some more varnish on it, whatever. Hopefully it's gonna level out the previous imperfections and brush marks, whatever. And once this dries, then we'll be good to go for final assessment. Let's check it out under this light here. It's tolerable. Could be better, but Hey, anyhow, what's the value of this chair worth $5 of wood and molds? And I worked with it, I don't know, an hour, so that's also worth something. And after all the rounding, I think we can arrive to a sum of, how about free chair? Just sit a kid on it and play with the kid. And I'd argue that this chair is actually $1 million chair. Sit a kid on it and teach a child a skill, not a rule. Rules are good too, such as don't poke out other people's eyes, but a skill. And skills are very nearly priceless. Say $1 million, I don't know, for a chair. For the skill that when you, as an adult, sit down next to a child, teach the kid a skill. Just like you can teach yourself skills by making a chair like this, made out of total garbage. And this is a strong chair. You think it can hold me? Yeah, all 220 pounds of me. Check. Nice. Free chair or $1 million chair. It really depends on what you do with life.